Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. Today we're in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 with my Heritage Husky. For those that don't know, I recently started flying in the National eSTOL series and I chose to fly in the backcountry class, which led me to flying the Husky. I created the livery myself, inspired by US Army Air Corps training aircraft like the Stearman, but with some personal touches to help it stand out. And yes, that was a Husky wearing a left aviation safety helmet because in the real STOL competition, pilots have to wear those. As I get the engine started here, we're departing the Nevada County Airport in Grass Valley, California. I actually grew up here, and this is where I had my first flight in a general aviation airplane, an RV-6. It's Monday, November 17th, and we're using live weather and time. It's been raining here, and the weather finally broke out, though we'll be dealing with some rain on the way to Johnson's Farm. So let's get the AWAS dialed in and make our way to the runway.
Nevada County Airport, Automated Weather Observation. 0015 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, broken at 3,000 feet. Broken at 4700 feet. Temperature 7. Dew point 5. Altimeter 2979er. Density altitude 3,000 feet.
Nevada County traffic, Husky 12 Alpha Hotels take off, runway 7 left downwind departure to the west-northwest, Nevada County traffic. NorCal approach, Husky 12 Alpha Hotel, just west of Nevada County Airport. Let's pick up flight following to Red Bluff.
For flight 11906, NorCal approach, squawk 3256 and ident.
3256 ident, for flight 1196.
For flight 1196, radar contact 4 southwest of Millhouse Ranch Airport at 3900 feet, North San Juan altimeter 2980.
Position checks for Husky 12 Alpha Hotel. Alright, so I'll pull out the map here, and we're just north of Wheeler from space, outside the class Charlie. And as we look at our route, we'll see there's a storm cell that's just to the south of Red Bluff there. It's moving north of us. And Johnson's Farm is on the map there, if you can see that. So, pull the map away, and you should see that rain up there ahead, and I think that's what we're looking at. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to go through or go around it just yet, but we'll see as we get closer. And coming up is Lake Orville there. And there's Orville down below us. Those that aren't familiar, National STOL is a organization that holds STOL competitions throughout the U.S. and they do a great job. The community gets together and local businesses come out to the airport, set up booths, and aviation businesses advertise their products as well. And everybody has a good time. A lot of aircraft competing in the competition, and they have a division that flies on Microsoft Flight Simulator, and currently on 2020, hoping to be on 2024 sometime next year. So if that's something you're interested in, then you gotta come check us out on our Discord. So up ahead, we're starting to see a clear picture of that rain shower, and it looks like there's a gap, and I'm really thinking about shooting it, but there's some risk involved in that, and when it could close up on me as I get there, then I have to turn around and go around, and that's extra time that I lose for practicing. So here's the map. We're looking at the radar here, and of course this is real life versus what's in the sim, but it's pretty close. I'm just more concerned if rain builds up on the leading edge of that cell there as I try to shoot the gap. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is just turn a bit to the right and just go around it, because I'd hate to waste time trying to shoot it, get blocked out, and then not have time to practice. So we've made our way around that rain shower, and looks like I could have shot that gap, but you know, hindsight's 2020, so it's fine. There's Red Bluff Airport. There's some traffic flying around, some rain up there to the just to the north of the airfield. Doesn't bother me though. Johnson's Farm is straight ahead, and we should be getting there here in just a few minutes. Alright, so we've made it to Johnson's Farm now, and we're going to be coming in for a full stop landing. This is to get reacquainted with the airplane again and shake off a little bit of rust. Coming in low over the driveway there. Coming in usually as slow as I can. About to cross that line, I put the flaps up, full back elevator, stall the airplane onto the ground basically, and maximum braking, but try not to nose it over. It's easy to do in this plane. And that was a landing distance of 218 feet, 13 feet past the line. And this is the beginning of the first heat. So my takeoff here is a long one, 312 feet, which is fine. Just kind of shaking off the rust. And the way this works is we do 3 heats or 3 laps, and the combined score of our takeoff and landing, whatever's the lowest of our 3 laps is what we score for that round. So coming in low here, and I end up touching down pretty early, in fact 37 feet before the line, which is a scratch. So whatever I score on this heat doesn't count. So if you get a really short takeoff on that heat and you scratch, it's a waste. So here we go, taking off again. This one's about 200 feet, which is better. I can usually get it below 100 feet if I try hard. It also helps when you have a good headwind too. Alright, come back in for the landing. It's a little higher this time, which I kind of prefer. Do the same method as always, and a touchdown. Actually, this one I touched down about 4 feet past the line and stop at a total distance 185 feet, which is pretty good. Taking off here again, and I take off at 199 feet. And I know I can get that a bit lower. Usually it's a combination of skill and luck, I feel sometimes, but I've also only been doing this for a few months, so we are coming in, and I'm trying to be mindful of the altitude over that driveway there, because there are cars that come through, and I got a bit too close to those sheds, so try not to do that again. And this one shows that I touched down 15 feet past the line. It looks a little closer, but total stopping distance 208 feet, so not bad. This is the beginning of where I'm going to practice the spot landings. This competition this is our championship round. So we're doing a spot landing at the end of our heat. So we're only going to have one chance to do it. So I really got to nail down a technique for this. Here I'm slipping it in, and I'm not coming in as slow as I normally do, because the goal is to touch down at a certain spot, not to come in as slow as possible and with the shortest amount of distance. So there I touch down, get the flaps up, and I do a touch and go. It showed that I touched down 5 feet past the line, which not bad for my first one. Here I am doing it again. It seems like this is a good technique for me to practice. Get that slip out and pretty much just plant it on the ground, and there 5 feet before the line that time. So not much of a change there. I just need to be a little more accurate of where I put the plane down is all. And here I tried something different. I thought I'd come in at a higher angle, kind of like what you would do in a 172 for your private pilot check ride. You come up high, chop the throttle, and just descend down to your touchdown point. And I actually touched down a little bit closer right at 2 feet. So it seemed to have worked, but I didn't really feel too great about it. And really what I mean by that is I don't think it really made much of a difference in terms of how I handled the airplane to get it to where I want it to go. I feel like I can do just as good as a job slipping it than I would just coming in high. So here I went back to slipping it again. And this time I get 2 feet past the line. So that actually worked out pretty good. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick with slipping it in just so I can keep my eyes on the target and just kind of hope for the best. We only have one chance to do it, so either I nail it or I don't. I just have to hope the other guys don't nail it so I can win it, but it's all in good fun at the end of the day. And here I'm going to be coming in for my final landing. I did have it recorded, but I lost those numbers, so unfortunately I can't tell you what those were. Again, I need to be mindful of how high I come over that driveway. I've been lucky so far. It's going to kind of add a challenge to the competition, which I think is great. So this is a wrap. Thank you guys for sticking around and watching the video. I encourage you guys to watch the competition, which will be streamed live on YouTube tomorrow through National STOL. Wish I had gotten this video out earlier for you guys to enjoy, but unfortunately work has kept me busy. So again, check out National STOL on their YouTube. I'll have a link posted below in the description, as well as the Discord channel. If you think this is something you could get into, please check out and reach out to us, and so we can get you set up. It's a lot of fun. Even if you don't think you're that good or that skilled with Flight Simulator, it's really all just about having fun. So until the next video, I'll see you guys next time.